Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Modesty33 here, aka Crystal with the C. Back at you another video. If you're new to my channel, you just happen to click on welcome. We're not going to talk about how often I put out videos because I've been again on kind of an intermittent hiatus, but I do still have the channel. I am still trying to brainstorm different content and put out videos to you guys. But yeah, I just had quite a bit of things going on. So we'll do like a brief update. I think my last video was like a life update. So we're gonna do a mini update here, but I do wanna talk about some luxury items and give you guys some updates. So we'll go ahead and get started. So guys, but again, check out the videos on my channel if you are kind of craving some content on this channel. Again, I will be putting out new videos. However, definitely check out my prior videos. I've got reactions, I've got reviews, sit downs, all the things. So if you enjoy any of that, let me know. So as you guys know, again, life update, recently in Houston, Texas, where I do reside, there was a major hurricane here, Hurricane Beryl. So I'm good. But yeah, a lot of people lost power for quite a bit of time. I personally did lose power for 3 days. But like a lot of other people, I believe still are without power, or, you know, they have intermittent power and internet. So that kind of played a factor as well into me really being motivated to film and upload. But probably by the time this video is uploaded, there's another video that will be uploaded prior to this one, and that's gonna be my haul of items I purchased for my birthday trip to Paris, France, when I went back in June. So the month is still July, so I would still consider that a fairly recent video. But again, I did want to give you guys just some more of a life update prior to kind of getting into an update on some of my bags. So kind of where I'm at right now, again, the hurricane happened. I've had some other like issues happen, but you know, we've been able to get by and manage. So those are things that preceded the hurricane, and then I'm still trying to deal with other things after the hurricane that have nothing to do with the hurricane, but it's just things that I have to manage and deal with. So that's part of the reason why as well I haven't been uploading, because I'm trying to resolve a few kind of personal issues before I invest in anything else luxury at this moment in time. So I do plan on buying some luxury items. Again, it was my 40th birthday last month, and I'm not in any way really done shopping, but I kind of am done shopping because I have to resolve some of these other issues first before I can buy the things I want to buy. So I think I may have talked about in the last video, but there are 2 jewelry pieces from Cartier I still want to get. I personally find jewelry to be very much rewarding, very much up my alley since I do work from home. So for me personally, what I have found with my jewelry, I don't typically take it off unless it's my rings. And they probably get the best cost per wear out of all of the items that I do own that are luxury. So outside of like my glasses, like I've had these glasses for like 3 years. They're Fendi frames. So yeah, these do get a lot of use because I have astigmatism in both eyes, so I have to wear glasses. So yeah, outside of my glasses, I would say my jewelry probably gets the most use, and I guess you would say the most cost per wear if we're still using that terminology. So I feel that jewelry for me personally is a good investment. I like the way it sounds when I type, and when I don't know if I'm just gotten to be that age now, I don't know, but I remember there was a point in time my mother really loved jewelry, and I'm just kind of at that point in the past few years where I've really gotten into Cartier specifically. I try to get into Van Cleef, but I don't think I'm a jewel or gem type of girl. So I do like solid gold pieces. So yeah, I'm more so into Cartier than other jewelry brands at this time. And I also do still shop at K Jewelers, but I pretty much have the pieces that I want from K's. I could see upgrading my like stud earrings in some years to get some bigger ones, but other than that, I'm pretty good as it relates to jewelry with K's. But I do still want a few Cartier pieces. I want another bracelet and I want another ring. So let's talk about this real quick before we get into the bags, because again, this kind of leads into my bag discussion today. But as far as my rings, I still have the same rings. I have this True North diamond ring that I got from K Jewelers. I do still have my 2 pieces on this wrist. This is my right hand, which is my dominant hand. And I do have my 2 jewelry pieces from Cartier, my Trinity diamond bracelet. So yeah, it does have one of the rings that are diamond, and it is bigger than this one. I purchased this one first. You guys will see those unboxings on the channel. But both of these are like Trinity bracelets, and they were, to me, well priced at the time that I purchased them. I purchased them within months of one another back in 2022. So yeah, I do still have both of these on my right hand, and that works for me. I don't really like anything dangling with my right hand as far as bangles, because again, I am right-handed, even though I don't write as much as I used to. Mostly, again, if I'm writing, it's on my iPad with my Apple Pencil, or I'm mostly typing. So I don't really do a lot of writing anymore. So that's not necessarily an issue or a big issue, but yeah, dangly things do annoy me on this right hand. On my left hand is where I have most of my jewelry pieces. But again, I do still have the 2 Cartier rings that I own. I have my Just Unclued that I purchased in 2021, which was my first Cartier piece after I paid off my student loans. And then I do have the Clash that I purchased in 2022, along with like these 2 other pieces. So yeah, 2022, I didn't buy any bags, but I did buy like these 3 pieces from Cartier that year. And then again, this one's from 2021. This is the last Cartier piece I purchased, and this is from 2023. I'm not going to get into the story time on this one because again, I want to talk about a few of my bags, but I just kind of again want to do this little introduction. But yeah, this is the regular size Just Unclued in the yellow gold size 17. My rings are size 60, by the way. I don't think there are sizes on these bracelets because they do have adjustments on them. Each of these Trinity bracelets has 3 adjustments, so I don't remember what the actual centimeter size of these bracelets are because they have the adjustments. But yeah, I do know the Just Unclued is a size 17. And then this other bracelet is a gift from my mother that she did gift me. And I recently took this to Kay's earlier in this year because one of the diamonds fell out. So Kay's was able to replace the diamond that was missing and tighten all of the, what I don't know what you call these things, but they tightened everything here and checked all the other diamonds, and that was like $200 something to do. So I had that done earlier this year to fix this piece. Then yeah, of course I have my Apple Watch. So, but yeah, like I'm thinking I want another bracelet that's gonna be here. So I want another Cartier bracelet, and I'm probably more inclined to buy the bracelet before the ring. I want a bracelet and I want a ring, like I mentioned. So I'm more inclined to buy like another bracelet that's gonna be here over the Just Unclued. And I kind of like the way this one is on the right hand, so I don't think I would add another piece here. I'm, yeah, really content with the way this looks and this being minimal. But yeah, I am interested in adding like another bracelet that would go above the Just Unclued. And I'm interested in another ring that would go on my right hand and on my thumb. But like with my thumb, like these 3 fingers, they're like pretty much the same size. So if I buy a ring for my thumb, I could wear it on any of these 3 fingers on my right hand. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with jewelry. As far as bags, there are 2 bags that I would like to get. One from a brand that I don't own, and I would love another Hermes bag. Not a Birkin, not a Kelly. But it seems like the other bags that are not Picotins or Garden Parties or Evelyn's cost so much money. So it's super interesting to me because anytime I price an Hermes bag, especially that has the Kelly closure, they're so expensive. They're almost as much as the Birkin and Kelly's. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, how are my Picotins like this amount of money, but every other Hermes bag is like Birkin and Kelly prices? So crazy. So that is my segue discussion into bags that I would consider selling in order to fund some of the items that I am interested in getting. Again, I could see getting another bag this year. And if I did get another bag, I could see selling maybe a few of my bags that I haven't been using because again, you guys know I work from home. So there are some bags that have not been getting as much love or use that I've been kind of thinking about selling for a while. It's just that the resale market isn't the best. But in an ideal world, if I could get the amount of money I would personally like to get, these are the bags I would sell to fund other purchases. First one being this one right here. Guys, this might be shocking to some people because I think I unboxed this bag on the channel years ago. This is my Chanel Jumbo in the caviar leather silver hardware. I purchased this one in 2018, like right before they had the price increase. It was October. Yeah, I think it was in October of 2018 that I purchased this one before the price increase, because in November I wrecked my car and had to go back to making car payments. So that was a disaster, but after buying such an expensive bag. But this is the bag here. Again, this is the size jumbo, if I didn't mention that before. On the website, it's called the large classic flap. Again, it is caviar leather silver hardware. And the quilts in the caviar to me are very nice. It does, you know, it is quite shiny. There is a reflection in the lighting and in the camera. So guys, if you can kind of see it here. And this is the bag. This is, oh, hold on. Kind of the front again, the side, top. And as far as the interior, I'm pretty certain you guys have seen these bags. Like this one is a double flap, so it does have this, you know, little compartment in this, you know, in the back here. It's got the burgundy. I do have it stuffed right now. Guys, this was my dream bag back like for a few years. But it's just what stopped me from buying the bag initially was that, like, I was like, oh my God, the bag is so expensive. Where would I carry a bag that expensive to? Because at the time, my lifestyle was just going to church, going to work. And guys, I carried it to church and to work. So it's a bag, you know, that does kind of lend to kind of dressy or matronly maybe. A lot of people do feel like Chanel bags are quite dated and for like older individuals, which, you know, you can do what you want to do. I don't really subscribe to that. However, I do personally feel when I carry this bag that it ages me somewhat, which is why I'm not as in love with it anymore as I used to be. And then I do have my other Chanel bag as well that is also a jumbo, but it's denim, silver hardware, and I feel like it's younger, it's fresher, as opposed to this bag. So this one would be the first bag I would definitely consider selling, especially given what I paid for it and what I could possibly get for it. If I could get pretty much what I paid for it or about that much, like if I could get pretty much a good amount where I wouldn't lose too much money from what I paid, I would definitely sell it. Because again, this one, I just do not really reach for in my closet. I usually opt to get my other Chanel bag, the denim one, because I just like that one more, especially if I'm wearing denim or jeans, which I do wear denim a lot more now. The bag just goes better. I did take that bag with me to Paris, and it's just a nicer bag. It's just very much lightweight. It holds more because it is a single flap and it's not the double flap. Again, this is a beautiful bag. I carried it to go on dates. I carried it, like I said, just for very beautiful monumental moments in life. I carried this bag, I own this bag, but I'm kind of done with it. Like guys, I try not to get too attached to material things, and that's why I do kind of transition my collection every so many years or so much period of time. Just because, again, like I said, things do come and go, and I want them to come and go for other things that I might like more, because I'm always growing, I'm always changing. My style does evolve and change. Quick side note update as well, as we're talking about style and changes. So this is what my hair is looking like now. You guys know, last video I did the update about the micro locks. I did get my first retie, and I'm planning on washing my hair today for the first time since I got my retie, which was like 2-3 weeks ago. So this is what the hair is looking like, guys. I think I actually have some slippage from one of the locks in the back. I'll have to see when I go get my next retie in like another 2 weeks, but I'm still gonna try to wash it. And I'm thinking like maybe I have that slippage in the back because of, I don't know, I don't know, maybe it's a style as far as my hair, or maybe it might be when I two-strand twist my hair, I will sometimes like untwist it with oil because that's just what I'm used to. So maybe I shouldn't be doing that because they're still like, you know, in their baby stage, and I don't, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be using oil, but just, I don't know, certain habits die hard. But that's kind of where I'm at with my hair, in case you were wondering. I will update you guys when I get my next retie, but yeah, I'm gonna wash my hair today, so for the first time. We'll see how that goes. So back to our regular schedule programming. So if you don't care about hair, you can, yeah, fast forward that portion. But back to this bag. So yeah, guys, like this is a bag I can definitely see letting go of and selling, especially since I have the other Chanel Jumbo that I do like so much more. And I do see people who own this bag still, they carry it, and they heavily influenced me when I was thinking about buying this bag, and they still own the bag, they still love it, and I love that for them. But I just think for me, yeah, like I don't necessarily like it as much as I used to. And I feel like the same thing for me happened when I purchased the Palm Springs Mini for the second time. And I wore that bag a little bit after I moved here to Houston, but then I felt like it was a bit too young for me, and I was more so a bum bag person when the bum bag came out and became popular. That seemed to fit my style more than the mini backpack. So I sold it, I don't miss it. I feel like if I sell this, I won't miss this either, especially since I have the other Jumbo. But yeah, this would be the top bag I would think about selling to fund either of my jewelry purchases or future bag purchases. The second bag that I would definitely sell would be this one here. And I've talked about this one in other videos, but this is a bag that I purchased right when I moved here to Houston. And this was originally supposed to be a work bag. If you don't know what this is the Fendi Peekaboo Extra Light. It's in the color brown, hardware gold, and they no longer make this bag. But again, this one was pretty much, I don't know what year it came out, but this one does not have the metal bar on the interior, so it's just one open compartment, which makes it ideal as a work bag or a bag for travel. That's primarily what I would use this bag for now. I did use it back in May when I went to Dallas. So yeah, this bag, the intent for getting it was primarily for work, but then I started working from home. So now I no longer really use this bag. I mean, I do use it occasionally when I go to certain church events, or again, if I'm going out of town, but that's very irregular. So again, this bag mostly sits up on the shelf. I might use it this week because I do have an event at church that I have to carry my laptop to. So maybe I will try to bring this one out this week. It hasn't been out since May. And maybe that's cool for other people. Like they'll use certain bags every couple of months. Some of my bags that's cool with, like my Chanel, what is that bag called? I have it right here, but I'm trying to think of the name. Yeah, the wallet on chain. That's cool for like my wallet on chain because I know that's not an everyday bag. But for like some of my bigger bags that I definitely can fill up and put stuff in, it kind of bothers me to see them sit on the shelf and not have more regular usage. So this one does bother me, but it is nice for like when I am traveling and going to the airport because it is more of an understated bag. It does fit quite a lot. And it's just that, yeah, I don't think I will be returning to the office in the future at any point. Unless maybe some laws or legislation are passed that force me to go back, but that would be for me the only way. I don't have any desire to go back to an office setting. I actually had to do that for 2 days during the storm because I had no Wi-Fi and no power, and I went back into the office and it was okay, but I don't prefer to do that every day. I'm good at home. So but yeah, I would definitely sell this one if it had a good resale value. So that's the thing. When I purchased this bag, pretty much I knew, it's like it was one of those things that I knew but I didn't know. So I knew that the bag probably was not going to have the greatest resale value, but I didn't really know it would be that bad until I tried to resell it. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, like there's no way I can in good conscience resell this bag for when I know how much money I paid after I sold my house. And how much money, like I paid full price for this. And I'm like, I know how much money I paid full price for this at the boutique. And you know, it was a special occasion again to commemorate me getting a new job, me moving here to Houston. And now knowing like, yeah, what the resale value of it is, it's like losing almost 90% of what I paid. I feel like maybe that's not a good calculation, but it seems like, I think that calculation is about right. 80 to 90% of what I paid is what I'd be losing to sell this bag. And at that point, I just kind of feel like I might as well keep it and try to make use of it. But yeah, you can see it has like a slight green pocket interior here. This right here is where it has the Fendi. So the pocket is really good. It is pink on the interior. I do have a bag organizer. The hardware is slightly scratched, but otherwise the leather looks really good. But yeah, it's a pretty big bag, you guys. And I did buy this Fendi strap. I love this Fendi strap. I do use this on some of my other bags, and the other bags I want to get, the color of the bag, I feel like this strap would definitely complement that bag. So I do really love this strap, and I'm glad I did invest in it. So I wouldn't plan on selling the strap, but the bag I could do without. But yep, this is what it looks like. Like I said, the bag didn't do anything wrong. It's a really nice bag, but I'm not willing to go back to an office job just to use the bag personally. And I don't know how many more trips I can take. And it has this nice, you know, comfortable strap here. So I do wear it on the shoulder, or I can wear it crossbody. So I do have some versatility with this other strap option. And yeah, it's not heavy because it doesn't have the metal bar. And I kind of feel like maybe I should keep it because it's probably the closest thing I would get to like maybe a Birkin or a Kelly. So it's probably full price. This was like half what I guess a Birkin or a Kelly cost, maybe less than half. I don't even know how much Birkins and Kellys cost these days. But these are two bags. Again, if I could get, even for me, if I could get 50% of what I paid for that Fendi Peekaboo Extra Light, I would still probably part with it, because I have other bags now. Like I have my Goyard not St. Louis, but I have my Goyard Artois MM bag, which has a zipper. And I do like to travel with that one, especially to other countries, since it is more secure. And like I said, with my jumbo, I do have my denim jumbo. So these are bags I definitely would sell if I could get a good price for them, and they would fund some items that I'm looking at, mainly the jewelry items, because I can get the best cost per wear for me and the most uses out of the jewelry items. But I am still interested in handbags, and like I said, there are two bags I am still interested in, one from Hermes, one from another brand. I might be able to get the bag from the other brand before the end of the year, but the color is the big thing, and the color has sold out. I don't know if the color is going to come back, but hopefully it does. And if so, when I can get my personal affairs taken care of, or if I could sell these bags, I would definitely buy that bag and show you guys that bag. You probably wouldn't think much of it, but I have been thinking about this bag for almost a year now. So that's it for this video, guys. I am going to do a follow-up video about my other bags and how I feel about them, and under what circumstances would I sell them, or if I would not even consider selling them. So we're gonna do that video next, but hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also make sure you do share it with anyone else who likes this type of content. And before you leave, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You do that by hitting the red button below and the bell next to it, so you're notified when I do upload future videos. Again, you guys, thank you so very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in my very next video. Bye, guys.